Welcome to the One NFP Financials and Financials Lite training on dimensions. Let's go to the administration section. This is where you'll access your dimensions. Over here on the left, click Dimensions. So let's talk a little bit about dimensions. Designing your dimensions can be a challenge. You want to hit that sweet spot where you have enough dimensions to meet your reporting needs, but you haven't gone overboard and created more than you need. You can have up to 8. But if you use all 8 when you don't have to, that creates a lot of extra data entry. So you have to think about this, and you want to be careful in how you design that. Dimensions are designed to be mix and match. You may have dimensions like department and program or location. There's some good information in the online help and in the implementation wizard guide to help you in determining when to use separate dimensions versus when to use one dimension and structuring your dimension values to group related elements. So I really recommend you take a look at that. Let's take a look at just defining your dimensions in general. It's a fairly straightforward card. You give it a code, you give it a name and a title, and that will show up throughout your system. There are 2 types. You are allowed up to 8 standard dimensions. You can create additional dimensions. Generally, our clients don't use this option. Additional dimensions won't appear on your data entry screen. You have to go to another screen to add them in. So I would really strongly recommend that you keep them as standard and just define standard dimensions. Your position will determine where it appears in the list or on the screen. For example, if you're on a purchase invoice, it'll determine the order the dimension shows up. It's a mutually exclusive selection, so you can have only one dimension in the standard position 1. Blocked allows you to stop using that, and you wouldn't be able to post to that dimension at all going forward after you block something. So let's take a look at the dimension values. I have 6 here. I have a few obviously sample data in here. You can use your numbering. The code is alphanumeric, so you can use letters and numbers. You can code it. That's one good way to group your dimension values, to have related dimensions grouped together and filter easily. Start all certain ones starting with 1 and 2. You can see my administrative is at the 999. So let's go. You can also block. So you may have let's look at programs, a good example. Let's go down to program and the dimension values on program. I may have a program I no longer offer literacy classes, for example, and I could block that. And once I block it, posting won't be allowed. You can also use by date to restrict. So you may have a program that only is available in the summer, and you could restrict posting to those months. So let's close that for a moment, and let's take a look at some of the reporting to help reinforce how dimensions are used in the system. Let's go ahead and look at I've got a budget and actual expenses by a specific fund. So this is looking across all of my program dimensions. Let's filter by one specific dimension, and I can see exactly how I've budgeted and how I've spent for this dimension. Now let's change that and look at another dimension. So that's just a quick look at how you can use your dimensions in your system. Thank you, and keep your eye out for more training.